All right, welcome back to podcast to Deep Left Field by Castellanos. Today we're doing our, fourth Thursday night preview.
Yes.
You got your usual culprits, Ryan and Pat, and the Thursday night culprit, Tom Brady's #1 fan.
Stop.
We're bringing
Stop
in
referring to me as
our
that.
resident Jet stan, Ryan Bocher, to bring some analysis. No, I don't know about analysis. To bring some biased fan reporting to the scene.
Whoa. There's no bias in Jets land.
As I've heard Boach say that Mike White is better than Tom Brady. We'll start off little preview. Let me set the scene. It is a Thursday night, 45 degrees, a little bit cloudy in Indianapolis, in the Dome, Lucas Oil Stadium. We got the Colts versus the Jets. We have an over-under of 45.5, I think. And the Jets it's the Colts minus 10.5. So, yeah, that's kind of the scene we're looking at here. Anybody like to start with a little idea of how they think the game's going to go?
Well, personally, as a Jets fan, I think they'll cover the spread, personally. 10.5 is a really, really big number, especially for Carson Wentz, who's the last few weeks have been really careless with the ball.
What do you mean by that?
You've not watched Carson Wentz the last 2 weeks? The dude's making terrible plays.
He's right.
Carson Wentz through his first this past Sunday.
He literally had like 5 turnover-worthy plays last
Did you
week.
see that throw against San Francisco 2 weeks ago?
Against the
He
Titans,
threw a pick six!
Can you let him make his point?
against the Titans, Carson Wentz threw his first interception since week 2. So I don't know what you mean the last 2 weeks. That was his first turnover week 2.
Last week he was bad.
That can't be true.
2 weeks ago he was not. Well, it
He
is
did throw
true,
an
Frank.
interception.
It is
He did
true,
throw a hard-
Frank.
How is it since week 2? Didn't he throw an interception against the 49ers?
No.
Yeah, he flipped it to the other guy on the other team. Remember?
Yeah,
he did
literally, he flipped
Oh
it
no,
to
it
him. I
wasn't.
remember that
They called
play.
it. They called it a fumble. I forgot they called it a
That
fumble.
is dumb. So yes, technically he did
Terrible
throw an
call.
interception, but
Yeah, he
So
makes dumb plays,
what did Carson Wentz have? 2 turnovers last week?
he still committed a horrible
Yeah.
turnover.
Yeah, Brady had 3.
He makes very questionable plays.
Wait, who has the way better defense? The Saints defense or the Titans defense?
Why?
I think
Who cares?
No, because Ryan's bringing up Brady's turnovers. I want to know who has the
Nobody
better
cares
defense,
about
Ryan.
Brady.
No, he brought it up.
No, look, Tom Brady's #1 fan.
Exactly.
Cares about Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Okay, so Boach thinks that the Colts might win the game. He would like the Jets to win, but they definitely cover the spread. 10.5 in prime time is a big spread. I'll give him that. Pat, would you like to?
Sure. I'm going to go on a similar route. With Boach. I think the Titans win 44-16.
Colts?
Yeah,
you
the
mean
Colts. Yeah, I do mean the Colts. I think the Colts win 44-16.
Naturally. Frank?
Me and Boach are similar in the fact that we each have the same 2 teams playing.
I think the Colts will win, but I'm agreeing with Boach. I don't see them winning by 11 points. I don't think they cover the spread.
That's fair. I see.
I think it's
what should be
I think it's a relatively low scoring, like 24-17. I don't know if that's considered, but that's like pretty low scoring, I would say.
Can I explain why I think they're going to cover?
Sure.
Yeah, you could go.
I just think that CJ Mosley, you could tell his impact on the defense has been tremendous this year. The one game he didn't play, he gave up 54. So coming back, he's literally the anchor of our team. Him and Gerard Davis have been really, really good leaders inside the linebacking core. And surprisingly, our corners, who are all rookies except for Bryce Hall, have been really sound. They very rarely give up long plays except for that one T. Higgins insane catch. And the D-line, that's going to be a big test, but I think they can get enough pressure on Carson Wentz to make him make some questionable throws.
Fair enough. I hear what you guys are saying, and I'm going to go in a similar route to Pat. I have the Colts winning 44-17 in this game instead of 44-16. No, I mean, that is my official prediction. It's 44.
Can we trust that, though?
I mean, no, considering it's a prediction.
Because remember the last game you bet with the Jets in it? No.
Okay,
You said
Frank, didn't you pick the Bengals in your survivor pool
I
last
picked
week?
the Bengals, but not to
Okay,
win by
thank
like.
you.
No. Let
Okay,
me say.
on top of that.
You're dumb.
Got
You're
him.
Okay,
dumb.
on top of
Moving
that, yeah, I could see a scenario in which the Jets cover the spread. Like, I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility. But to me, it's more likely that they lose by a lot than that they.
Your prediction
keep it
says
close.
otherwise.
The
What?
Jets are unpredictable. They can be either really good or really bad.
Well,
I think
and I'm
tonight they'll be
banking on
like-
them being really bad.
I don't think they'll be
Um,
really bad tonight, but I think they'll be like mediocre Jets style. I don't think they'll
Frank,
be like.
there is no
I don't think
mediocre
let me
Jets.
finish. Let
Frank,
me finish.
the mediocre Jets are the worst team in football, Frank.
The mediocre
Maybe.
Jets
Not
style,
even.
and, like,
There
they
is no
don't play
mediocre.
as good as they did against the Bengals, but they don't play as trash as they did against the Patriots. Somewhere in between that.
There
If
is
there
no
even
in
is-
between.
If there even is an in
The
between
Jets.
that, which is a good point.
Okay.
I don't know.
So moving on. What is your official start of the week? I guess we can do one, or we can do one per team. I'll go first, kind of get the ball rolling. I do think Michael Carter is a good start this week on the Jets side. The Colts have been very good against running backs, primarily pass catching running backs. I think a lot of that has to do with Darius Leonard's ability to move all over the field. But they're down a safety with Julian Blackmon. And I just think that with Mike White and just the issues with the line, I know they just traded for that Chiefs guard, Tardif. I don't know how to pronounce his whole name, but I don't know if is he starting tonight or no?
He's inactive.
Okay. And that's fair, probably get acquainted a little bit and back into shape. And so the line's been a bit of an issue. And I just think there's going to be a lot of checkdowns. I don't think Carter's going to be amazing with them, but I think the sheer volume in a PPR league will be enough for, like 15 and a half, 16 points. And then if he can get into the end zone, that'd be great. And then on the Colts side, going actually right off against what Boach said about his corners being good, I'm going to start Michael Pittman Jr. Nothing against the Jets corners, just Michael Pittman Jr. is getting more than 8 targets a game. He's the number 1 wide receiver on a team that will be moving the ball tonight in some capacity. So I'm gonna go ahead and go Michael Pittman over there, just because I'm going with the 2 Michaels, but Jonathan Taylor is the obvious pick here, and he'll probably get most of the work. But if I had to pick somebody else on that team, I don't trust Carson Wentz that much, and I don't trust their tight ends or other receivers. So I'm going to go with Michael Pittman.
I'm
All right, Frank.
Wentz.
You're taking Wentz?
Yep.
All right.
I don't trust the Jets defense to play consistently.
Fair enough. Boach?
I'm at a weird point because I can obviously go with Jonathan Taylor. I think he's going to pop off today. That's fully expected from me because the Jets' run defense has been really, really bad this year. And so I expect him to pop off for the Colts. But on the Jets side, I saw a stat this week. It was like the Colts are really bad in short passing from 0 to 9 yards. And that would lead me to pick Jamison Crowder in the slot. But with Mike White, I think they might test him. So I'm going to go with Elijah Moore just because he runs both medium routes and deep routes with some short game when Crowder isn't in. So I think with this target share going up with Mike White, you saw the difference between him and Wilson. I think he should be somewhat productive today.
Fair. Yeah, definitely, I could see it happening. It's kind of one of those things where, like, one deep bomb that he takes to the house is a full fantasy day. So I could definitely see, Elijah Moore cashing in. I don't think he's very good, but I feel like this could be a game where he can exploit the matchup. Pat?
I'm gonna go with Nyheim Hines because everyone else has mentioned Jonathan Taylor, so I'll take the other running back that's on my fantasy team.
Sorry, buddy, but
I just think what?
I said I'm sorry, but Jonathan Taylor's gotten so much more work. Like in the past, it had been like he was getting all the runs and like everything on first and second down, and Hines was the third down back. But this year, it's pretty much just been Jonathan Taylor for most of the game.
It's just bad. It's just bad.
Oh, I know, but I think
No, we're not saying it's bad, Frank. We're just saying
it's bad.
It's unlikely.
Oh, Quentin Nelson's back, by the way. So
He
that's
is,
big.
I think there's enough.
So him versus Cornyn is a big test. And then the other side, Buckner versus AV2, who's been statistically a top 10 guard this year. That's going to be
Why are
another
you-
big test.
Why are you putting the camera to your face, Frank?
I don't adjust something.
I just think there's going to be enough. I think the Colts will be on offense for a majority of this game. I think there'll be enough work for both running backs. Like Jonathan Taylor will get his get his like normal like workload, but I think they'll still be enough for Naeem Hines to turn in a decent fantasy day.
And I also
The
think, I also think on top of that, going off of your prediction of 44-16, if it's like, 38-ish to, 38-10, they're probably going to, take their guys out in the fourth quarter. And that would be a prime time for Hines to kind of take the lead in the rushing stuff with, just giving Taylor a break because they run him a lot. So if you hit, this is just off your prediction, not off what
Yeah.
might happen. You had something to say, Butch?
I just think the Jets are really bad versus screens. Last week they got a few of them fixed out, but I could see Naeem Hines on a quick check down the out route for a quick wide receiver screen. You could burst it up for a touchdown. It's happened way too much this year, and that's just something they have to fix, the Jets defense.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. Anybody have an interesting stat they want to divulge?
I know. I also just want to say start Carson Wentz too in fantasy.
Oh, so you're stealing my pick, basically. Okay.
Start Mike White.
Don't start
Start
Mike White. I don't believe in this Mike. I don't believe in this Mike White hype.
Okay.
Why?
Don't believe in it.
As the person that's gotten every single Thursday night prediction right so far, I think
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Wait, how am I stealing yours if I made the pick first?
You made the pick first because I said your name first.
No, what, the Carson Wentz pick? Who cares?
Yeah, I said
my
Frank.
name first? Doesn't matter, Ryan. I still thought of it first. Got him.
I thought of it 3 hours ago.
I got him. And who cares? There's only been 3 predictions that you got right. Is that a large enough sampling size?
Well, that's still more than you.
I'm 2-1. I think that's pretty good.
What am I, 0-3?
No, I think you're 1-2 because for some reason you decided to take the Eagles against the Bucks.
Well, I'm 0-3.
Taking the Eagles.
I had the Eagles against the Bucks because I had a bet on that game, and then I had the.
So what?
And then I had the Browns, but you guys both picked the Browns. I didn't want to jinx them, so I took the Broncos.
So basically, you're self-destructing, basically.
You let me finish? And then last week I took the Cardinals.
Yeah, I took them too, but
yeah, we know.
It's
documented. It's on YouTube. Yeah.
I don't care if it's documented. I would have just admitted to it.
All right, so Frank, you have the Colts winning now?
Oh,
I have the Colts, yes.
I have a fun stat.
Okay, but Boach, do you have the Colts or the Jets officially?
The Colts.
Okay.
He's picking against his own team. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm reasonable.
Who does that? Who does that?
Well, all our
Reasonable
favorite teams, like we're all fans of teams that actually go through losing seasons. We don't just follow Tom Brady or whatever bandwagon.
Oh God, the Cowboys have been decent for the past 2 years. All right, they've been good. They've been good.
Cowboys have had.
They had a couple. Dak tore his ACL. What is he supposed to do about that?
He actually didn't tear his ACL.
Okay, yes, he had
his ankle up.
Massive fracture. Okay, but
ACL is a ligament. You can't fracture.
If he hadn't had that, I reckon they would have gone 10-6 last year. That's decent.
But that didn't happen
because he got injured.
Exactly.
And look at them.
What we're saying is healthy, a losing team.
When Dak is healthy, they're potentially the best team in the NFC. Okay.
But that doesn't matter because what's happening.
Oh, it does matter. Because they were the exact same team. Okay, they didn't have the same. They were the exact same.
The argument isn't that the Cowboys are a good team with Dak Prescott. The argument was that all of us have gone through losing patches recently, and you haven't because you don't follow a team. You follow Tom Brady.
No, I follow Tampa.
No, you follow Tom Brady.
No,
I follow Tampa.
That's objectively false because you followed the New England Patriots for.
Is there any proof for that though?
Yeah,
yes, you have Patriots jerseys.
Is there any proof of me being a New England fan? Prior?
Yes, I will literally. Yes. I will scroll back 4 years in messages to find it.
Okay, I didn't even message you like that back then, so good luck finding that.
A fun stat. I found a stat.
First off, there's at least been 20,000 messages in the past 4 years, so good luck finding that.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, fun stat. This year, the Jets' best 2 rushing gaps have been to the left side, left A side, and left B side. 103 to 94 yards. When running to the left behind EVT, the rookie, their yards per carry goes up by 0.6 to 4, and the yards before contact goes up by 1.3. So he is an elite run blocker. Run behind Elijah Vera Tucker. And George Fant is enough to protect the blind side with Mike White behind there.
Okay. It's my stat of the week. Well, I'm currently watching the West Georgia Louisville exhibition that happened yesterday. So I guess my
Thanks.
stat is that Louisville went 6 of 13 from 3 in the first half that game.
Nice.
Yeah, just some thoughts, I don't know if we're gonna make a video on it, but I'll say it now if I don't get the chance to. Fire Robert Sarver. We can't really do that, but force him to sell the team.
That guy is. Get him out of there.
I mean, I've been saying this for 3 years now, but now we actually have grounds for it. I don't know if you guys read the extent of the
I
article.
read it. It was bad.
Did Pat? Did you read the whole article or Frank?
No.
What
It was,
article?
the Suns article, the one that you made a huge deal about this morning.
I didn't make a huge deal about it. You turned it into a
and-
huge deal.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We'll talk about this off camera.
Yeah,
Thanks for
because
watching.
this is gonna
We'll
get
put this
heated.
Thursday night football prediction out as soon as possible. Thanks.
TS.